Hello, it's Amy with Paper Moon Journals. I made a whole bunch of projects in January as part of my Smash Your Stash collaboration. I used up 2 whole pads of 12 by 12 paper, a whole bunch of single sheets of 12 by 12, and then I had a lot of Valentine projects planned that actually use 6 by 6 projects. So I'll have some tutorials to help you smash your February stash with our goal of the 6 by 6. But let's take a look at some of the first projects that I started in January. Were these box cards using up some graphic 45 12 by 12 papers. I finished all of this off making these. I made 8 of these boxed Valentine floral cards and sold 4 right away. I sold 3 to one person. Another person bought one of the box sets right after I shared it. And then there hasn't really been any activity on it since then. I think it would also make a great anniversary card or like a wedding gift, or if somebody announced their wedding and you wanted to give them a card, something like that. Mother of the bride. Maybe give her a card. This would be fine for a galentine maybe as well. This one here is the one with the really strong wedding theme. But otherwise, it could be Valentine, wedding, anniversary, just a general love theme. I think they came out really pretty. So I made a bunch, a mass make of the boxed cards. So you can check out that video if you're interested in how I made those. And then next, I have one of my projects that was a goal was, this was the last of the scraps I have left over are these cards. And I think I'll just make them fit into the projects I have here. So that's what I did with the last of my scraps. I have a short where I shared how I collaged my leftover scraps and then cut them into journaling cards. But here's one of the projects that I had planned. I made 2 of these Curiouser and Curiouser, 4.5 by 6.5 scrapbook mini albums. This one has a 2 3/4 inch spine on it. And then the prototype we actually decorated in the video had a smaller spine, but then there wasn't room to add photos. There wasn't enough extra room in there. It was pretty full. So then in this project, the final one, it's a PDF in my Etsy shop, is a bigger size. So I made 2 of these Curiouser, used up all my papers, collaged up the leftover scraps. They all have pocket page cards. I show this in detail in another video. So this is just a quick look at this one. And then there's also the other one that I made during the video. That's this one here. This is the one that we decorated and everything during the video. So I show you how to make this exact one if you were curious. If you're curiouser, if you're interested in making one like this, you love these papers, maybe you picked them up or you were thinking about it and weren't sure. So here's the same papers, the same mini album, but this time a black base and it really suits the 4x6 cut aparts. Let's just go ahead and add some of these collage tags that I made when I was all done. More of them when I finished the second project. I used the last of the leftover pieces to make the tags. It's a great way to finish up everything and then make more ephemera for your project. So these I should have made taller or put something on them. I'm just not going to push them as far into the pocket is my plan. Just don't. There's plenty of room there to not push them too far down. It'll be much easier to get out. But I think that pocket has enough in it. Let me go back and if you don't mind, I'll just take care of these right now while we have it open. There we go. Now they've all been used up. So this is the one that we made in the video I was keeping for myself. The other one's listed. It's available for purchase from my Etsy. And then here's 2 more. The video tutorial for how to make these is coming up the weekend after this video for February 8th. And I used the Make a Splash paper. So again, it's the same base scrapbook mini album, but I used two different, I used up all the papers. I smashed my stash. So this one I made on a cream or ivory colored base. And then the other one, I made the base out of blue paper. So this is the one we make and decorate in the video. And then the other one that I made, I'll be sharing next. I made after making the video for this one. I had so much fun. I still had a lot of day. I made these on my birthday. January 29th was my birthday. And I took the day off from work, even though it is my busiest month of the year. I do bookkeeping and taxes. So January, I'm super busy. I'm actually working on this while I'm waiting for a client to come. So that's nice. And then here's some 6x6 projects that I made just because I had the pads and I had these 3x3s, the scrapbook mini albums sitting there waiting to be decorated. So here's a look at some of my 6x6 papers. It's both what I made in January, also plans I have for February. I made these two little scrapbooks I'll be showing you next on the right from one of these pads. And I had so much fun. They were so cute. I wanted to keep them myself. So I bought another pad, and then I'm going to make two more and then list those for sale in my Etsy shop. And then I'll share a video on how I made them during February, during our February Smash Your 6x6 stash. In the description box will be a link to each one of the individual videos by all of the collaborators. So it's easier than a playlist. You just go to the description box after you watch each video, find the next video on the list and click on the link. I really liked it to watch the videos for the fellow collaborators. So that's what the papers look like. And then here's what I did with them. You'll notice I like taking the same project and making at least two, doing it two different ways. I might do some parts of it similar. If there was an effect I really liked, then I'll do the same thing, like the tiny little fussy cut poo on the retention strap for the waterfall. Of course, I repeat that. That was really cute. So this is the first one that I wanted to kind of keep as an example of my work. And this one I also like, but I was going to gift it to family or friends. I was going to keep it to give away for friends. And it has a different feel, a little bit of a different feel, I think, just by using the papers in a different order. The 3x3 scrapbook mini album. It's a tutorial on my channel on how to make the base mini album and decorate it. I think I was using Christmas Winnie the Pooh papers. It's also the same exact tutorial that I shared on how to make the mini Valentine album. I'll be sharing with you after this. I had a huge stack of pre-made 3x3 mini albums ready to decorate and get ready to list in my shop. So that was one of my goals for January. And it's still smashing my stash, even if it wasn't the 12x12 goal. I don't have as many 12x12 papers, to be honest. Okay, let's see. What else do I have next? In the 3x3s, this one with the cherries paper by Graphic 45, that was an 8x8 pad, but I did make it and I wanted to share it. I mean to list it in my Etsy shop. I might also just save it as an example of the paper collection. I think I sold both of the other projects I made with my 12x12s of this paper. I made 4x6 mini albums and I sold both of them. So maybe I'll just save this one as my sample of the papers so I don't feel tempted to covet them or buy more so that I can add them to my paper collection. I really struggle to use my papers. I like to keep them like they're a collectible or something. I know I am a little bit sad when I've used it all up, at least the Graphic 45 papers. The Echo Park papers and the Prima ones, for whatever reason, I don't have that desire to covet them that I do. So I made these two little Valentine journals using Valentine Day by Echo Park, but then I also, 6x6, then I also have these love notes. So I made a tutorial where I showed how I made the two up above using the Valentine Day. But here's the love notes. might look familiar because Debbie made projects using the 12 by 12 in January. And then I'll be making 3 by 3s of these. I just love these Echo Park papers for Valentine. The way they do the Valentine theme, I think, is so cute. And with the little love bugs and everything, adorable. The floral prints, the little post boxes and everything. The cut-aparts are the same size as the Valentine Day collection, so I'll be able to do, the same but different again. I have more 3 by 3 scrapbook mini albums that I haven't decorated yet. I think I have 4 or 5 more from that huge stack of scraps that I had. So we'll just take a quick look at one in case you haven't seen the video. These ones I did exactly the same, just to show you how different it looks, even though it's exactly the same. If you use that mint green or the red, any one of the coordinating colors, that are used in the paper collection, you could use for the base. I think it would look cute on black. I might make one of the Love Notes one on a black back. I'm sure I will. I have 2 black 3 by 3s waiting for me to use them, so I'm just sure I'll make one of them on black. And then maybe a manila one, because I know I have 2 black and 2 manila at least waiting to decorate. Maybe another mint green. I can't recall. I think I do, though. I think the mint green would look nice with the Make a Splash papers, and I might make some with those when we get to our 8 by 8s. Part of the Smash Your Stash. So yep, I did both of them exactly the same, the red one and the green one. Those are available in my Etsy shop. Again, both what I made in January and things that I plan to make in February. I'm getting a twofer since I made some of the 6 by 6 projects during our 12 by 12. Use what you have, right? That's what I'm doing here. So then I also had this Prima pad in 6 by 6, and I made quite a few projects using that, which again, if you're trying to smash your 6 by 6 stash, go look at my January projects, because I think I have got you all set up and ready to go to smash your 6 by 6 stashes. But the few pads I have left that I didn't use up in January, I will be smashing those this month. I want nothing left. I have no desire to hoard these pads like I do the Graphic 45 ones. I'm just very partial to the Graphic 45. It's a family-owned company, and I don't know. It feels more personal when I buy things from their company. I really like their style. I love these Prima papers. I feel tempted to covet this little album that I made. Not the pad of unmade paper, though. I don't know what it is about me and Graphic 45. I've always been that way. Even when I used to just buy individual sheets instead of the entire collection. One of the great ways to buy the papers from any of the paper collections is if you go to their own website. Then when they have excellent sales like Echo Park's, been having some great end of year, beginning of year scrapbooking paper sales. So if you're into that. So here's some more 6 by 6 projects that I made. I made these flip up notepads with the attached pen holder. These would be great to slip inside a scrapbook mini album, a junk journal. I plan on giving them as gifts. I made a ton of these in a mass make. I got these breast cancer awareness pens from Dollar Tree, but I made a whole bunch of them in a mass make, and this is, I think, the only one I have left. I gave them out as gifts, and then I think I added a couple for the Advent box. Spoiler alert. I'll be saying that all year, though. Made some to add to the Advent box. Another 6 by 6 project made using, I had 2 similar Prima pads designed by Frank Garcia. I think one was called Valentine's Day, and then this one here, Love Notes. And so I made these little mini junk journals. This was the most recent mass make, and we sat and we made 3 of them in less than 30 minutes. And these are going to be party favors for my birthday party. I have some family coming. They don't live too far away, but they live out of town. So they're going to bring my mom and come visit me for my birthday and then see my new office for work. I have a new office this year, and I'm really proud of it. So I'm going to get speaking of twofer, they're going to come and visit me, see my office, celebrate my birthday, And then I'll give them some of these little mini junk journals that I made. It just uses one 6x6 sheet of tea stain paper in my case, and then some of the cut aparts. I make the tags from scraps. That's also a short on my channel. And I show you how I make my tags from scraps using my tag top punch. This is the last one of these little mini junk journals that I made, and that's it. I'm sure I'll be making a lot of other things in February. I made quite a few junk journals in January. I made some other non-scrapbooking related projects. I was busy on my channel and in my office this month, but the project that I just finished out and that will be coming out next month or next weekend, is this one here, the manila one. This is the blue, the one that I made on the blue background after making the one in the video. A little birthday present to myself was making this project. But yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. I hope you'll check it out and check out the videos from all of the others. Thank you so much to Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums for inviting me to be part of the collaboration. And as always, have a wonderful day and thanks for watching.